Welcome to Safari Live. This is a massive elephant bull. And he is in must, a sexually heightened stage. So we do have to make sure we tread lightly around him. They can be aggressive and boisterous. You may notice a large wet patch between his back legs. Isn't he magnificent? Hello, boy. He is absolutely ginormous. Hello, big boy. Are you just going to have a little snack here? Can you believe the size of him? Settle down, buddy. We don't want any trouble here. No ways, he is huge. What a great start this is. Hello, boy. Settle down. This is just too good to be true. You are the most beautiful elephants I have seen in months. And typically we don't get many very large elephant bulls here in the Sabi Sands. It's a weird thing that I can't really work out. I don't have any theories that make sense, but we very seldomly see elephants of this size. So if you are joining for your first time, this is a live safari, and the elephant we are looking at is incredible. He is huge, very thick ivory, not very long, and he just stands so big and tall. Hello, boy. Hello, boy. Settle down. Hey, are you just playing around with us? I think he's enjoying having a bit of company, but he is not alone. There is another 2 elephant bulls. One is still in the bush behind us. Another one, also quite big, has already moved off. My heart is racing. I cannot tell you how exciting this is. Now what he might do is break down this tree. They don't typically feed on these trees, but it will be a size of strength and power. And he might even continue to rip down this whole tree. He is also having a quick toilet break, as you've probably noticed. Hey, boy. Listen to his ears. This is such fascinating behavior. And even though they can be quite boisterous when they are sexually heightened, in this phase called must, M-U-S-T-H, they can also be equally as inquisitive. And it's not always that they are going to be aggressive towards us. And as we've seen here, we've been enjoying a wonderful sighting with him, and he hasn't been showing that much aggression. Sure, he's shown a lot of interest in us, and off he goes with no problems now, no problems being caused. VM has got a big smile on his face, as does Nikki, who's breathing a sigh of relief. She's got the wind in her hair this afternoon, not in the final control room. We've got Kirsty, Louise and Tara there, and this may be another strength display or dominance display. No, he's actually trying to get to some food, and it was just the other day that we saw an elephant dig out a bulb, and it looks like that's what he's after as well. So obviously the going's good for bulbs at the moment, possibly because they're ripe, but also possibly after the rain that softened the earth and made it easier for the elephants to excavate. Now, look at the size of him. He's taking up the whole road and more. Can you believe that? As I was saying though, this... Oh, is he coming back for more? boy, do you want to go and join your friend who's already behind us? You're welcome to walk past us, I don't mind. This is crazy. Settle down, boy. Settle down. If he does start to touch the vehicle, which he may do, again, it may just be his inquisitive nature. But if he does, I might lift up my hat or lift up my hand just to make myself look a bit bigger. Another thing that I could do is make a small noise, maybe tap the bonnet of the car. But that's not likely. I don't think I will have to do that, but there is a chance. There is a slight chance that may happen. Some Aramark babblers calling in the background. Well, we couldn't have got off to a better start to the afternoon. You can see the effects of this must between his back legs. Clearly a sign of the testosterone and hormones pumping through his body. You can also see how wet those back legs are. And his penis will drip permanently like a broken tap. And this is the indication of must. So good to be aware of. It's also the incredible smell that also gets picked up, or that gets emitted by that dripping, and it's a very sweet smell, kind of horsey. I'd like to say it's a kind of horsey smell, almost like a wet horse saddle or a sweaty horse saddle, possibly is one way of describing the smell of elephants and musk, but also again a very important smell to be aware of in the bush, because if you are driving around or even just on a walking safari and you smell that smell, well, you know that you could well find an elephant pool that's a little bit more testosterone charged than normal. There goes the other youngster just down the road. So there was 3 of them in total. The one is behind us, and the other 2 are now moving in the opposite direction, interestingly enough. And this is a great scene after a seriously close-up and magnificent encounter with this beast. He is huge. This should work well. Here he comes, and we've at least off the road now, so he's going to be able to move past us fairly easily. And let's just see what happens. He may shake his head as he passes us. That's fairly typical behavior. Hello, boy. We've cleared the road for you this time. Hey, boy. Are you just going to stop to allow us to have a close look at you? This is fantastic. You can notice that temporal gland just behind his eye that's sweating ever so slightly, also a sign of must, but it's also just a sign of emotion. The female elephants will also have that temporal gland. Look at the texture of his skin. This is absolutely awesome. He is so close to us. The 6-ton giants, just meters from the vehicle, and I'm sure you all enjoyed that just as much as we did here. Whew. So, some serious adrenaline and heart rate beating this afternoon. Here, taking a little bit of a shortcut, and we're just going to now step on the road that he's about to cross over. Hey boy. Oh, look at how big and strong you are. Is that some kind of a dance move you're doing for us? A kind of Michael Jackson moonwalk, elephant style? No ways, did you just see that fork-tailed drongo fly between its legs? Please let me know if you did. Tiny little black bird, which is just landed up on the left here, and it looks like it's found an insect that's been chased up by the elephant, and it'll continue to move in the direction of the elephant. You can see it there following from tree to tree. Spotted the young bull who's moving with the big bull. VM, you might want to just go back onto the big bull here, because he seems to be coming back to say hello to us. Settle down, boy. What now? Hey? We've been following at a very respectable distance, and now you've come back and started looking for trouble. The smell of that mustard, great. Very sweet and pungent, like I say, kind of quite a horsey hint to it. You may have got a glimpse of the smaller elephant bull, a lot smaller than he is. And sorry to pull you away from him, but I thought that the big bull who was walking down the road straight towards us may have been our preferred option. Now, that behavior to me, it's nothing serious. And when you just simply walked back, had a look at us, nothing very serious. No trumpeting, no huge aggression displayed towards us, but we have spent quite a lot of time with him, and I feel if we spend much more time with him, he may start having a reason to become agitated with us. So I'm sure a lot of you will agree that rather than frustrating this big old boy, let's leave him be and go and look for something else.